Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm MarbleFlesh and we're going to be doing a contour video today. It was requested by one of my followers / friend on this channel. I personally do my contour this way. It might help you, it might not, but it can surely help someone with like a less structured face. So we're going to prime the face. So I'm priming my face first and then I'm putting some Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I'm only applying this on half of my face, and on the other side I'm going to be doing Maron's Paradise Paint in white. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to make like a little C shape from the highest part of my cheekbone to the bottom of it, and then I'm going to drag a little bit of that upwards and then try to blend it out. It's really hard to blend out the face paint because it dries really quick. I'm trying my best just to illustrate how and where I'm applying it. I added some black just to make it a little bit more darker for you to see because the white does set into a soft finish. So on the other side with makeup, I'm just applying it with my contour stick the same way I did with the face paint. And I'm using my fingers to blend because it's a little bit easier. And I dragged it down a little bit too far down, so I'm just taking some foundation and patting that upwards to lift up. And with my nose, I'm just applying 2 straight lines down, and on the top where my nose bridge is at, where my eyebrows meet, I'm just curving them a little bit outward. If you don't know where the tip of your nose is, just put your finger underneath it, and anything above that is the tip of your nose. So I'm just contouring the bottom of it and trying to make a circle. I'm just making it into like a 3D cylinder shape, and then I'm adding some little wings to emphasize my nostrils because I hardly have any, they're really flat. And if you want, you can add the lines from the top of the bridge where the eyebrows meet down to the crease of your eye just to make it look like there's a shadow there. And with the same thing, I'm just doing that with the contour stick, and I'm carefully blending it out with my finger. You can use a brush, but I find my fingers easier for me just on my own face. I don't really do this on other people. Like, I actually use brushes or a sponge. But for me, since I have a little bump on my nose, it's just easier for me to do it with my fingers in an ambidextrous kind of way, just so that I can get those lines straight enough without the little bump messing me up. I'm gonna show you how I do that right now. I just use both of my fingers and try to mirror them, doing the same kind of blending just so that it's even. I'm taking my time to blend it out just so I can keep the contour lines in the same place that I had put them. That way they don't turn muddy or blend out too far down. And once I have that blended out, I'm going to take some concealer. It's a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone, so it will brighten up all these areas that have any shadows. I'm focusing on the shadow under my eye bag and parallel lining that with the contour line that I just did to clean up any of the blending, and applying some of that on my smile lines and underneath my lip to lift up those shadows, and in between the circle of the cylinder that I made and the bridge of my nose. I'm also adding some on the outsides of my eyebrows and a little bit on my forehead, not too much because my forehead is kind of small. If you had a bigger forehead, you don't want to put it all over your forehead because that's just going to make it look like you have a really big forehead. And with the face paint, I'm applying it in the same areas just so that you can see like where exactly I had applied it if you can't tell very well with the actual concealer. And you want to be very careful when you're blending, that way it doesn't look muddy. And when you're doing the straight lines, just take your time or else it's going to look like you have a crooked nose. Like maybe you got punched in the face so long ago and your nose healed up really weird. This is how it would look like with the face paint and then with the makeup. And I'm just applying a little bit of highlighter on the highest part of my cheekbone. I'm not dragging it out too much just so that it can stay there when the light hits it. It looks more natural that way rather than like all the way down to the apples of your cheek. I also added some on the Cupid's bow and the tip of my nose and a little bit on the bridge of the nose, mostly on the highest part of it. And so I'm cleaning up the other side where I had all the face paint just so that you can get an idea of how my face looks like with and without the contouring. And you can see that there's more structure, there's more highlight into it. It doesn't look so dull or so plain or so flat. Right now I'm just powdering my face to take away some of the shine so you can see it better without all the shininess of the makeup. And as you can see, the structure is still there. It looks pretty natural enough for like frontal view and side view, profile, whatever. And it doesn't look like just a harsh line like from your ear all the way down to the apples of your cheeks. It's a little bit more rounded out, so it looks like it's natural enough, whatever. And I'm putting my hands beside my face so you can tell a little bit more clear how the contouring looks. And if you're a little bit more daring, you can just add a little bit more contour instead of dragging it out like how I did at first. You just do like half the amount of that, just so that it still looks pretty natural. So yeah, that is the completed look on this tutorial on how to contour. I filmed pretty much 3 videos for this sitting, which was the makeup look, the contour, and how to correct asymmetrical eyebrows. The asymmetrical eyebrows video will be coming out next week, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already so you can get that notification. Or follow me on all my social media so you can keep up with me and all my shenanigans. And I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!